This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Here we are again. Superior Bait and Tackle on Segan Lane, and boy, let me tell you, they're stocking up. They're finally getting some of the things they've been had ordered for years. I'm gonna tell you what, it's a great place to get some fishing information. So when I get to the fishing report, I got some fishing reports that people walking in the door here have been telling me. So all I can tell you is that we got a few. We got one banquet we're going to talk about, and we got a couple of things that are coming up in the news. So stay tuned at Paradise, Louisiana. Superior Bait and Tackle on Segan Lane.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. You know, in the last year or so, thanks to Chaz Champon, look, I've been fishing with a lot of great captains in my life. And I'm talking about some of the best guides and best captains, but I put him up there with the guys. All the guys that I know I fish with. But this guy is so full of information, and he shares it with everybody. Y'all see it on Dockside TV. It's on YouTube. He got his website. He's a proprietor with Matrix Shared Baits. He comes up with new ideas, new baits, and he shows you on TV. He shows you techniques. He talks about where he's at. He don't hide where he's fishing. So I got to give a shout out to him. So when you watch these segments, you know, don't thank me. Be sure and watch Dockside TV on YouTube or elsewhere. And keep watching on Paradise, Louisiana, as long as you're there. So we'll be back later.
Fishing the reds. Go. Been looking all over the place ever since Hurricane Ida. As you saw in one of our last episodes, we did find some school trout backed up in some of the residential canals, but that's still a little premature. Thing to do still is chase the reds. You know, Ida pushed in some trout, but nothing crazy. Most of the guys are still having a run, make a little run to catch these reds. The trout. They'll be coming in soon. We need a few more fronts, but what we're doing today is sight fishing reds. Ida really took a lot of our grass around here. This place was getting really perfect for sight fishing. It had lots of grass everywhere. That's when we like to use the crawl. It makes it a little bit easier to fish that really thick snot grass, but we got a little bit of grass where we're at now. You always want some grass, helps you see the fish better, but it's not a lot. So we're going with the open face jig head, the golden eye, and we're putting the Kamikaze Vortex on it. If I can get away with an open face jig head, I do like it better. But we love the crawl when it's super grassy, as you can rig it weedless. But seeing a couple reds, but we're gonna let them go today. Just simple catch and release. There he goes. There we go. About the same size as the last one. Dealing with some wind today. A little bit of cloud cover, but nevertheless, pretty good day to be sight fishing. Again, we're using the open face golden eye, actually the black platinum, on our Kamikaze Vortex. Not too much grass, just the right, a little bit less than I like. So we're going with that open face jig head. You know, and the trout are starting to come in. We've been catching them on our light at night with the little Matrix Mini. Most of them are undersized, but they started to come in. But while we wait for them to grow up, these reds are surely a lot of fun to catch. Let's let this one go. Whew, there he goes. That one took forever to revive, you know. All you got to do is just keep going back and forth most of the time to them. And, you know, put them in the water, let the water go through their gills back and forth. And the redfish are pretty hardy. Eventually, they'll take off. One hand on the camera, one hand on the reel. Is he still on there? Yep, there he goes. That's not easy. Film the fish, which you probably can't see as this water's not crystal clear. And then make a cast and hook him on the other hand. Look how I got a reel in. Over the island, got my real fast reel here. Third time's a charm. Big flip. Let's use the net. There we go. Nice fish. Pretty similar size. They're all running about 5 pounds. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let this one go also. There he goes. That one was a lot easier to revive. Let's see if we can get one more. All right, guys, you see this little cut right here? Pushing way back. Looks like they got some flooded marsh back there. That's where we're finding the reds. You see this big giant open pond? That's dirty, a little bit too deep. The water's real high, and ever since Ida, it's been staying high. We've been wanting to push back far, little creeks like this, into the shallow flooded marsh. Let's push on back here. Choke that vortex down. I can't even see the lure. Let's do the surgery on him here. There it is. Good as new. What you want to do when you sight fishing these reds, you're going to see them. Sometimes you can see them plain as day. Sometimes it's just a simple shadow. But you need to figure out which way that fish is swimming. Try to lead it just like a quarterback leads a receiver. Pull it right in front of his nose and then kill it right before it gets to him. 8 out of 10 times, if you see him before he sees you, they're gonna eat it. 2 spots on this side. Look how many beautiful spots. Got 5 on that side. Beautiful fish. Let's let this dude go. See you later. Got the king of the jungle today, right here. Big boy the morning. Ooh. Come on, baby. There we go. About a 7-pounder or so.
For the thirsty, for those who hang out in packs, for heroes, for sidekicks, for those who see the glass half empty, for those who see it half full, for those on the right, for those on the left, for those with nicknames, for those with curves, for people that cycle, for people that recycle, for BFFs, for frenemies, for those with style, for lovers, for families, for big families, for everyone.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
We put faith in our vehicles to connect us. We understand how important it is to have transportation you can rely on. So no matter what the road ahead brings, we'll be there, offering you and your family the support that's made Farm Bureau Insurance a trusted name for over 70 years. You deserve more. You deserve a promise.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. We got a short tournament report this week. Ain't too many rodeos going on right now. So I want to give a shout out to Louisiana High School Bass Nation. They had their Red River qualifier, had 140. They had about 140 teams or kids fishing it. It was a North qualifier. And again, I say the junior Jack Vonado and Dylan Johnson were in the junior, and Dustin Morales and Samuel Cobb wound up being the winners. I want to thank Tommy Abbott. Tommy Abbott is the youth director right now, and he's sending me that. I'm going to have to work on the way he sent me. They're a little different. But I got to give a shout out to Gene Hoover. I did a little interview with Gene Hoover, and when we come back, I'm going to show you that interview. We were in a duck blind. These are one of the guys that started with the bros over there in Denham Springs, the same thing. These people have tirelessly have made this become what Joe Macalusa predicted, that it would be a high school sport, and just like all the other sports, and have sponsors and everything. Tommy doing a great job keeping up, but this shout out, and when we come back, we're going to show you a little interview I had with Gene Hoover in the duck blind in Catahoula. Also, with the news route coming out right now, if you're watching this on Wednesday, Thursday night, I'm going to be at La Burge. This is about the 5th year I've been a celebrity waiter. I don't make a lot of money. You know, I don't get a lot of tips, except unless I dance and sing. But I'll be at La Burge this Thursday night. So if you're watching this on Wednesday, I'll be at La Burge at the Children's Advocacy Celebrity Waiter Banquet. And when we come back, I got a great fishing report. So here's a little interview with Gene Hoover. My good brother. What you say now? Houston Eugene Hoover.
That's correct.
Gene, you know, I've been knowing you for years, and we have never had a black cloud day fishing.
That's correct.
I think I made about 3 trips with you. Catch bass, redfish and bass, Delacroix, you and KD, you know, y'all guiding and everything. I never had a bad trip. This is the second duck hunt that we was a little bit slow.
This is actually
This
is our 4th duck hunt that's been a little bit slow.
Yeah, well, we had one at my lease, and
yeah,
we scratched out a few.
Yeah, we killed 4 or 5.
For the season change. But look, there's people shooting around us. So that's sort of putting a hammer on this black cloud stuff, huh?
It's like it's right over this boat we're in.
Don't be upset with me. We're going to come back. We got a lease together. We're going to do something. But, you know, Gene, you retired right now.
Yes, sir.
In 3 or 4 days, you traveling everywhere. You know, you're not a young man anymore. You're a retired school teacher.
Right.
Well, principal in Lutcher. I still say the claim of fame for, 10 years when you started at the Louisiana High School Bass Nation Louisiana High School tournament.
That's correct.
All over the state. Right now, you was telling me this.
Almost 1,500 kids participating.
Right now, that's amazing. You know, y'all guys on there, I know. Joe Macalusa, I'm going to mention your name again. Joe told us one time, he said, we're going to cover this real good. He says, you watch, it's going to be a high school sport. Yeah. And sure it is right now.
It currently is.
Last 4 or 5 years, y'all had state championship.
Right.
The principals and everybody was excited. They put it in the paper, and on TV. So, you missed that part, or are you still doing something helping?
Well, I do miss it, Gary. But you know, I did it for 10 years, and it got to be so big that it was more than me and my wife could handle. Even though we had some great people like Jim Bro and Cindy Bro helping us, and the current director, Mr. Tommy Abbott, you know, he got in with us the last couple of years. Just got to be where we wanted to have some time, you know, to travel. Our kids both live overseas. We wanted to be able to go see our kids, and I just thought it was time to pass on the leadership. And you know, I do miss it some. I really miss the kids, you know. But whenever they have a tournament on the east side, I usually show up and help.
I know you show up, but right now you're showing up. You made a teal hunt the other day in Cheneyville. You called me and said, I'll meet you over there. I want to go. I want to go see that lodge, and we were supposed to catch some sac-a-lait. We don't know if we had time. All of a sudden, you got a call. You heading to Missouri tomorrow morning. So grass ain't growing under your feet.
No, I have a good wife, that's for sure. But we was excited about coming up here with Slab Hunters LA to get on a little duck hunting and maybe catch a few sockeye. Uh, and then I was fortunate enough to have an opportunity to go to Missouri and bow hunt. So we're going to try that this weekend. The weather ought to be great.
Well, let's see, it's still early. Them other guys not shooting yet either. I got the man and the proprietor of Slab Hunters LA, Mr. Brendan Rootrock. Boy, he grew up, he got around me, he had his travel agency. Now, guess what? We're gonna interview him later when we get back to the lodge.
Right.
Beautiful lodge.
All I can tell you, one thing I do like to do is eat, and the food has been awesome.
I got a reputation to eat too. He's on camera right now like he used to do for me. I don't know if I can afford him anymore, but thank you, Brendan.
Yes,
and
thank
my
you.
adopted godchild Hunter, and now there's a new guy. I watch these guys in this mud. They're amazing. Stay tuned. We're gonna try to kill some ducks.
Hopefully, we can get Brendan and Hunter, and I don't know if they're gonna bring Dawson along to come down and make a redfish trip in Delacroix. That's
redfish in Bass. That's what I like.
Oh yeah, that's what we're gonna be looking forward to.
One of these people are leaving.
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. I'm going to jump around a little bit. I've been telling you the hottest places going right now is definitely in the Slidell, Hopedale, Shell Beach, Delacroix. All these fish are down there. Now, I'm going to add this week, I've been getting a lot of reports coming from the Venice and Buras area. Ryan Lambert and them are catching fish. I talked to somebody and they told me on Satan that he didn't want to give out too much information, but I'm trying to get back. It's been the years I ain't fished with Ed Sexton and them, but somebody came in here, not mentioning their name, and they tell me they had 2 or 3 good trips with Ed Sexton. Well, he played a trick on me one time, and he tells everybody, he was telling me, because I want to know where we were fishing at. We were in Helicopter Bay. That's a long story, but I'm going to tell you this. Ed Sexton and them are one of the best when they're going down there fishing plastics. A lot of the guides and everybody I'm getting reports for are fishing the river. The river is clear as it can be. It's running out, it's getting low. Ryan Lambert told us a couple of weeks ago, get ready. But these captains and these guides are fishing these cuts all right there off the river and all these passes. So they're fishing plastics. I'm sure you can get all the shrimp you want down there too, because shrimp are running everywhere. Again, the hottest places right now have been coming from Island Marina and the Point. The captains over there are calling me, sending me a few pictures, but mostly they telling me, come on down, come on down. So if you want to go, you want to find some information, you call either the Point or you call the stewards over there at Island Marina and all them captains. Here, Captain Mike sent me some pictures from Mr. Go. My friend Ken Lambert and fished the first day. They limited out on specs. They're catching a few white trout. They're fishing the Mr. Go. They're fishing the Marcella Castle. I also got, and they drop shot. They're fishing a couple of shad cat or the tiger color matrix shad. Ken Lambert and them fishing the shrimp and the plastics on drop shots. And when they hook their drop shot, that matrix shad, they're hooking it in the lip on the hook. A regular Kell hook is up there about, a foot or 2 foot, whatever you want to fish that drop shot. And I mean, they're catching all the fish they want, all the fish they can clean. So thank you, Ken. He sent me a box shot, and you seen Captain Mike sent me a bunch of pictures there on the dock where they clean them. Another place I've been getting reports from is Shell Beach and all those areas. They fishing all the passes too. Y'all might have saw Kevin Ford show they catching them. So that's a good report. Getting a report from Dulac. It's mostly redfish, but John Bernard and them saying that it's just been unbelievable. But they limiting out by 10:30, 11 o'clock, and having some throwbacks and everything. But they're catching some beautiful pictures. Here's one picture. I hope you get it. Been having a little trouble getting my pictures to where I want to get them in or send them out. So that's Gary at ParadiseLouisiana.com. Let me go and miss nothing now. I told you about Venice, and let me tell you this. The other places, I have no reports at all from Fouchon and all them places except they're recovering. They're doing the best they can right now. They're hurrying up. Some of them are hoping there'll be, Thanksgiving holidays, but most everybody's telling me they're looking for the Easter holidays to be wide open. And so that's the fishing report on the freshwater supply. Still the spillway. The Chapelizod Spillway is still the best I've been hearing. They're fishing in Pigeon, they're fishing the Cuts, they're fishing Grand Lake. All those people I'm talking about, not catching no big sac-a-lait, they're catching school sac-a-lait, but some of the bass, they're having to work for them, but they're coming out with a limit of 20. So that's the fishing report. That's all I got. I hope I didn't miss nothing. You come back next week, I promise it's going to be a little more. I was supposed to make a trip to the Chapelizod Spillway. So let's say a prayer. Let's try to help the people that are recovering the best we can. Ask God one more time. Bless Louisiana. We'll see y'all next week. Superior Bait and Tackle on Sigan Lane.
Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.